Hey everyone, it's HTF Fanatic 1999, also known as Daily Airings for the old school fans out there. So, the 6th episode of Season 1 is Home Sweet Pineapple. Before we take a look at our episode, let's tackle the origins of it, shall we? So here's a fun fact. This episode was actually suggested by a viewer. He shared an idea in the comment section of one of my videos, which was basically a morbid take on a SpongeBob episode. I thought it was neat and decided to turn it into an actual Gory Toons episode. If you're a classic SpongeBob fan, then you probably already know what this one is referencing. Yeah, it's a twist on that iconic episode where his pineapple house gets eaten by nematodes. Except, in true Gory Toons fashion, I decided to dial the chaos up to 11. Anyway, onto the actual episode. The title, Home Sweet Pineapple, sounds innocent enough, right? But the moment you start watching, you already know it's not going to end well, especially for SpongeBob. This episode starts off the same way the actual episode does. Those nematodes eats his house. Yeah, a lot of these early SpongeBob storylines are pretty mundane compared to later ones. It wouldn't be until much later that SpongeBob becomes the slapstick maniac. Boo here, he gets crushed by Patrick's rock, and boom, rips himself in two. And somehow, he doesn't immediately die from blood loss. Instead, he's rendered unconscious from his injury. He still has a bit of that cartoon logic in him. Honestly, I'm still surprised he survived that long. It's kind of a miracle, and kind of gross. And then there's Gary. Gary as well, he's sleep crawling. Or maybe sleep slithering. There's something so funny about how Gary was just doing his own thing, while everything else falls apart. And yeah, let's just say, SpongeBob does not make it out of this episode in one piece. I kind of feel bad for him, not gonna lie. He's been the target of a lot of violent stuff across Season 1. It's nothing personal, I swear, but for some reason, SpongeBob just works really well in these chaotic situations. He's a lot like Lumpy in a way. He's just really useful for many episodes. But as for this episode, it is definitely on the simpler side overall. Even more so than the previous episodes. There's not much character development, no big twist or emotional arc. It's more about setting up a funny visual joke and letting it play out. The whole thing is goofy, dark, and a bit absurd, which makes the perfect short, haha. And that's pretty much all for Home Sweet Pineapple. A fan suggestion turned fan disaster. I mean that in the best possible way. Thanks for watching. I'm genuinely grateful to those who supported my show and stayed tuned no matter what. You're the reason I keep creating. Click that subscribe button if you want more breakdowns and new episodes. The next Gory Toons episode, and it just fixes, drops shortly, don't blink.